Hey, welcome back to the channel here. Today we're going to compare, contrast, versus whatever you want to call it, the 2025 Mazda CX-90. And this really does apply to the 2024, which you're going to find on dealer lots at this very second as well. For 2025, Mazda really didn't update a ton on the vehicle. They basically just really updated some trim levels, a little bit different options, but the overall vehicle powertrain, the looks of the vehicle, everything is the same in that aspect. They just did a little bit of kind of updating on the trim levels for the 2025. So it's really going to be a good comparison. We're going to compare the plug-in hybrid versus the regular gas, and it may shock a lot of people, but the gas version is the most popular. And I think it's because a lot of customers, a lot of people really haven't done their research on the plug-in hybrid, which in my opinion is the best option. And actually, with my dollars in my own personal life, that's the one I bought with my personal money. We bought a plug-in hybrid option because the benefits outweighed some of maybe the drawbacks that people may think of. And there's really not any drawbacks on the plug-in hybrid, but I think the information on the plug-in hybrid is not as much readily available as a regular gasoline engine. Kind of people see EV in the name and they automatically assert a plug-in hybrid with a traditional electric vehicle. So let's dive in. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the plug-in hybrid first, and then we're going to compare that to a gas version of this. Now, I wanted to start off with the plug-in hybrid because really the big thing that's going to jump out to you here is the 26 miles of all-electric range. Now you may say, well, I got to spend a lot of money to get the charger put in my house for that to charge. You don't actually. So for me and my personal life, I have the plug-in hybrid. We plug our charger that comes with the vehicle from Mazda, no extra cost to you at all. You plug that into your regular household outlet, a 110 outlet, plug it in at nighttime. You wake up in the morning and the vehicle is charged and you get that 26 miles of all electric range. And in real world tests, we are getting that 26 miles and sometimes a little bit more than that, depending on the terrain that we're in, the weather outside, that kind of stuff. So many things that can play into it. But we're actually getting that mileage. We can actually go to our local store, local Walmart, and come back home and not have to spend any money on gas. So an absolute awesome, awesome thing. So 26 miles of all electric range. If you fill the full vehicle up plus charge the vehicle, you can get up to 490 miles of estimated range on one tank of gas. Now that does include that 26 miles of all electric range. And then once you're done with the electric range, the gas engine turns on and then it becomes a regular hybrid that saves you great gas mileage. So again, best of both worlds. You plug it in at your house, a regular 110, you can plug almost anything into those 110s. You plug it in, you then charge the vehicle at nighttime, and then you're good to go, and you can have 490 miles range on a full tank of gas for a trip. You also do get total system output of 323 horsepower. That includes the electric engine and the gas engine. While you're accelerating, if you got to do a hard acceleration, you'll see on the 12.3-inch screen, which I'll get you a little gallery here, go to the gallery and look at, but on the 12.3-inch center screen there, it will show hybrid, and then it will also show the boost on it, if I can get it to load up here, guys. But on that 12.3-inch middle screen, it will show you, there you go. So you have the charge over on this side here, and then when this goes up and then past some of this power, coming close to this power range here, you'll see power boost right where this EV is, because both of that electric engine and that gas engine is working to get you the most amount of power. You'll see also here on the left-hand side over this way, you have your battery charge, and then the right-hand side, you have your gas charge here. And then down here at the bottom, you have your gas range, plus you have your EV range here as well. So the plug-in hybrid is a great option here. Let's go to the trims and the specs here, because there's only 3 different trims on this vehicle, whereas on the plug-in or the regular gas engine, you have a few different trims. So on the plug-in hybrid, you have Preferred, Premium Sport, and Premium Plus. Now, for 2024, this is just called Premium, but it's the same trim level, same specs, all that kind of stuff there. But you have a lot of things that are options here, And the preferred that starts out at 49 grand is still very well equipped. You still get a sunroof, you still get all-wheel drive, you still get a decent chunk of features on it. You still get leather on the inside there. But if you want heated, ventilated seats, you got to go up the trim levels there to add that panoramic roof, that kind of stuff there. So let's switch over now to the gasoline option. All right, so now we just looked at the plug-in hybrid here. Now we're going to go to the regular gasoline option. Now, here's the thing between the gasoline option in that plug-in hybrid. The gasoline option is a 3.3 liter. I'm going to load up the performance page here so you can see it. But a 3.3 liter inline V6 engine that is M hybrid boost is what they're calling it there, because it does have a small electric battery and a small electric motor attached to the engine. And so, altogether, it's a really smooth ride. You'll see that you can tow 5,000 pounds on this option here. And I really, the biggest difference really is between the two options is, do you want the availability of electric engine but a little less power because the plug-in hybrid is attached to a 2.5 liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine, or do you want the maximum amount of power but you sacrifice a little bit of efficiency there with that big-time 3.3 liter inline six turbo, which you'll see right there. So let's go over here because I'm going to go to the trims and the specs because it's, the gasoline option also does start out about $12,000 cheaper, which you'll see right there. But you'll see 280 horsepower coming from that inline six turbocharged engine. But if you go up to the what they call Turbo S, you're going to get available 340 horsepower in that inline six. Both are hooked up to a 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is very, very close to the same. The only difference is you get 1 more mile per gallon without the Turbo S, the bigger power. And you'll see on the lower trim specs, you get 3,500 pounds of towing, and then 5,000 on the upper trim levels. The biggest difference is those two lower trims, the preferred and the select over here, don't have a dedicated towing mode that you get there. So overall, like I said, it's the biggest difference between the inline six turbo and the plug-in hybrid is the plug-in hybrid, you have a little bit of EV range that you can offer to yourself, or you have the maximum amount of power on the inline six there. 332 pound-feet of torque on the lower spec inline six, and 369 on the higher end spec'd out engine there for the Turbo S. Now, if you put regular unleaded gas in there, 319 horsepower, and then 280 on the lower end 3.3 liter V6 turbocharged engine there. So, really, like I said, now, here's the deal, though. If you're looking for some options like the power steering wheel, where the steering wheel goes in and out, up and down, with the power button there on the side of the steering wheel, only available on the regular gas here. And if you're looking for the ventilated seats in the rear of the vehicle, in the second row with the captain's chairs, if you want ventilated seats back there, it is only available in the Turbo S. The other thing that is only available in the Turbo S Premium Plus here is the really, really nice suede interior, which I'm letting it load up right this second, and it's going to show us here. The Wi-Fi is obviously going a little slower than I would like it to, but you can only get the suede here on this Turbo S Premium Plus with the inline six. So if that's a big deal to you, you're going to have to get the inline six versus that plug-in hybrid. So you can see it's literally just suede up here with the two-tone steering wheel there. It looks really, really good. The Turbo S, or the Premium Plus on the plug-in hybrid only give you the option of like a gray, the grayish interior and the black interior there. So that's the real main differences. The big deal here is, again, more power on the inline six, and then you have electric option there on the plug-in hybrid. Again, for me and my family, we didn't need the extra power there. We went with the hybrid because it gives us that gas savings and that money savings. The other difference is the plug-in hybrid is more expensive, but you do get the option if you lease it for a $7,500 lease cash from Mazda there. So, and that's only if you lease it though. So if you don't want to lease, plug-in hybrid doesn't save you $7,500, but if you do lease it, it does get you $7,500. Biggest difference is, if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button down at the bottom there. We're going to do some more comparison in the future, and we will see you guys in the next video.